Hello everyone, welcome to a tropical weather checkup for September 7th. Today we're going to be looking at Tropical Storm Haishen, Tropical Storm Paulette, and Tropical Storm Reen. Enjoy. And this is probably going to be our final look at Tropical Storm Haishen. It is really a shell of its former self at this point, currently impacting North Korea and China. And as you can see by the radar imagery, very disorganized. By the cloud fall, though, it has grown very, very huge. It reaches into Russia at this point, China, and North Korea. It is affecting all of those places right now. And here's a look at the water temperature, which isn't really going to matter considering the storm is about to make its final landfall and probably already has at this point made landfall in North Korea as a tropical storm. The water temperatures, though, are not that warm, and that's why the storm has weakened. And, of course, land interaction is the second reason why it is weakened. Here is past 24-hour precipitation, plenty of whites and reds, widespread rain all across North Korea and China right now. Now looking at the wind speed of Haishen, you can see a massive area of wind speed in the Sea of Japan. North Korea and China are currently probably getting affected the worst by this massive amount of wind speed, though. Now for the intensity of Haishen, 65 km per hour winds and moving north at 44 kilometers per hour. It is probably weaker than this by this point, and it is probably already extratropical as it really doesn't have a form anymore. Now looking at Tropical Storm Paulette, which is currently out in the open ocean, affecting no one. Looking at the radar imagery, it is super organized, and that's what I first noticed about the storm when I saw it. Now looking at the cloud fall again, very organized, but also very tiny. Looking at temperature, water temperatures ahead for the storm are very warm, and that's why they're expecting it to gradually strengthen. Now looking at past 24-hour precipitation, a good amount of red and yellow in the area. The storm hasn't dropped that much rain, but still a good amount of rain where it is past, and the current wind speed, a large area of wind speed, but only a small area of very intense winds, as you can see, though. As we move on and it starts to head north, that wind speed not only is going to start to strengthen and get higher winds, but also bulge out more. Now looking at the intensity of Paulette, 65 km per hour winds, 1,005 millibars of pressure, and moving northwest at 6 kilometers per hour. As we start to go on throughout the next couple of days, it will move north and then start to go west, but eventually it will come in contact with the Bermuda High and start to curve up towards Bermuda. The only place that could honestly get affected by this storm is probably Bermuda. Taking a look at the infrared, you can see that northern side of the storm is really where those big convected thunderstorms are. That gray area are where the strongest rain and probably a good amount of the strongest wind is. Now going to look at the water vapor again, the dark gray, or actually light gray, is where the strongest rains and winds will be. Now looking at the cone, there are currently no countries in the cone, and there's also no current watches or warnings in effect for anywhere. The only place this could probably hit is Bermuda. Now looking at chance of tropical storm force winds, again, no countries and a good amount of red, though. You can see that red line. And as we start to go out, there's more uncertainty of where the storm will go. And here are the models, which are honestly all over the place. Most predict no land will be affected. A couple have it going close to Bermuda, though. Now here's a look at the other storm in the Atlantic, Tropical Storm Reen, which is currently affecting Cape Verde. if you live in Cape Verde, I don't think the storm's going to be that bad. It's just going to pass as a tropical storm. Looks very organized on radar imagery, though. While it may look organized on radar imagery, not so much on the cloud fall. You can see kind of scattered all over the place. Water temperatures very warm ahead and shouldn't really be a problem for the storm, which is again why they think this will gradually strengthen up to a Cat 1 hurricane. Looking at past 24-hour precipitation, you can see there is a good amount of rain that has affected an area east of the Cape Verde Islands. Looking at wind speed, a small amount of very strong wind speed, and as you can see, it will pass over some of the Cape Verde Islands. If you live in some of the islands of Cape Verde that will get affected, definitely stay safe, but the storm should not be that bad as it passes. Now looking at the intensity, 65 kilometer per hour winds, 1,001 millibars of pressure, and moving west-northwest at 19 kilometers per hour. As we go on throughout the next couple of days, it will continue to move on that west-northwest path, and eventually will make a turn upwards and really not affect any more land other than the Cape Verde Islands. Looking at the infrared, you can see that it is very disorganized. The southern part of the storm is where the most rain is going to be. That southwestern, honestly, south-southwest is where the strongest rains are going to be. Not so much the winds, though. If you are living where that south-southwest area is going to hit, then you could definitely be affected by a lot of rain, maybe some gusty winds, but not that bad. If you live in where the northern part of the storm is going to hit, then you will be seeing those winds. So if you live in the city of Espiragos, you're going to be seeing some really strong winds. They'll probably be the most affected by this storm. Now looking at the cone, the only country in the cone right now is Cape Verde, and there are plenty of tropical storm warnings all across the islands of Cape Verde, pretty much on every island. Here's the chance of tropical storm force winds. You can see a long area of tropical storm force winds, and all the models pretty much agree on the same thing. It's not really going to hit any land other than Cape Verde. Thank you for watching. If you want more videos like this and more tropical weather checkups in general, then definitely comment down below. Thank you for watching. My blessings are with you. Bye, guys.